like I'm in the grocery store. This morning we're just, man, it's a good time to kind of really think about what's going on. I've been coming down here to Okeechobee. My first time was 2008, first time coming to Okeechobee, and finished darn near last. Our first professional tournament. I started fishing the tour, was here at Okeechobee. Out of 160 something guys, I finished like 123. And so it kind of, I was just thinking driving up here, this is like, I paid my dues and it's finally I'm starting to get some return on my investment. For all the work you put in every year, like taking the 1.0s, the 123s, the 107s, and then like every time you get one of those shellackings, you just learn a little bit. And so, you know, of course you sit back and look and you think, man, if I would have just known then, or if I would have just, looking back at some of those older tournaments, just like, God, I was like right on it and didn't even know it. But there's nothing you can do about those. You can only work on the ones that you got coming up. You can only work on the tournaments here from moving forward. But I'm thankful for the growth, by God. Jeez. Let me tell you, it sucks to finish near last. If everything sucks until it don't suck. Right now it don't suck.
Championship day for someone. Again, someone will go home either $80,000 or $115,000 richer, plus Red Crest 20.
Can he do enough on this championship day?
Goes to start. Good grief. Why would you swallow it like that? My God. I would have gave it to you for free. That was totally unnecessary to go choking on it like that. I was gonna give it to him for free. He decided he want to swallow it. I can tell you already, like, out of the 3 days, the conditions set up way better today than they have any of the other days for me to catch them. So, granted that we haven't pretty much fished this area out. There's not that many boats in here fishing today. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I give you. I guess it's not any wind. I can really put my bait and just let it soak, which is so important when I'm doing. And I know everybody probably looks and say, man, I was 1.5 pounds. Bro, I had a fish less than 2 pounds in my bag every day. So I had almost 24 pounds with one less than 2 pounds. Yesterday I had 19, 14 with one less than 2 pounds. So you don't get to choose what size they are. You got to just catch them. If I could go through here and see them and pick out the ones I want, I would. You just keep catching them, keep hitting them in the head, and you get the right one at some point. Big one. Not that big, sorry. How did I fish that earlier? Make a cast going by 100 miles an hour.
He said it's not a big one, but it's certainly acting like a big one.
It's the smallest one yet.
It's funny how some of them like that will just fight just like crazy, and it's a small one.
We just fished through there really slow. Then I had to troll him. I guess he needed to be, he was probably asleep. I just woke him up, I guess. Troll him while he was going through there. And he's like, oh yeah, I do need to get up and eat today. But there's that. I wonder, how do you fight that propensity to call every hook set a big one? Because, I mean, it's stupid. Like, why, nobody says a hook and goes, small one. Like, why would you, small one? It's so much more fun to go big one. In all actuality, though, really, like, every fish is so important in tournament fishing that when you set the hook, you know, like, this could be the one to change your day. This could be the one to get your momentum started. You know that, so every time you set the hook, you just like, like church people say, you try to speak it into existence. You're like, this could be the one. It's really like your subconscious mind, it's like speaking out loud is what it really is. Like, this is very important. That's what it's like, I try to fight it and I can't. It just comes out. Sometimes you set the hook, you know it ain't big, and it just comes out. Big one. Giant. You don't even try to say it. You just end up saying it. Oh boy, let's just try to get this together now. I got 3 in the box right now, which has a lot to do with how I feel. All 3 of them are they're little nuggets. I got a three-piece nugget meal at this point. I've rolled through some stuff that hadn't had quite as much pressure today, and I didn't get a bite at all. So that's a little bit concerning. I don't even know what time it is, and don't really want to know what time it is. I won't pay much attention to time until I can tell that I'm about halfway through the day. But it's my area. I mean, there's got to be some fish left. Maybe I just got to figure out. It could be maybe now is not the time to slow down. Maybe now I need to speed up and use some reaction baits, a chatterbait, a swim jig, or something like that. Because I've rode through some really good stuff that I've been keeping my eye on and hadn't had a lot of pressure, and it's real isolated. So if there's a fish there, chances are if you throw something by there, you're going to get bit, and I didn't get bit. That's less than ideal. There's no doubt. Look at that Whopper Junior. Ooh. Let's see. So this bait is about 6 inches. So I guess he will be 6 inches. Let's see. Oh. rats. Wow, he's gonna make the show. That is a bite, though. And I have not had a bite in a long time. Like a long time. I was hearing sad music in my mind. Like Days of Our Lives music. Soap opera music. No, it's bass. No, that's something else. It is bass. That thing jumped and I saw it. I didn't think it was a bass because usually they don't just jump for no reason. Not a bad one. Man, finally get to see what one feels like to bite. Be completely honest with you, today has been absolutely buns, as my guy over here would say. Man, I don't know if that means I need to try top water for a minute or what, but I saw that fish jump. Something just blew up over there, but it didn't sound like a trash fish. It was a, and so I was like, huh, maybe I should cast over there. I've heard that several times a day already. And you just kind of write it off as a gar or, you know, anything that you don't want to bring back to the scales. I didn't think it was the actual bass, and I threw over there and the worm goes to running off. So note to self, pay attention to that again. And I wasn't on anything. That's what I've been worried about. I've been fishing this isolated stuff like I've been doing all this week. And I think most of my bites today have been on just whatever this trash bank looking stuff is.
Back over to Latimer.
It's actually not a bad one either. He wanted to come off so bad. Look, he's just spit up that. He just spit up that thing. Sir, you're costing me ounces here. I bet nobody thought I'd be culling today after all. There's one in here. When I say it's the size of a chicken nugget. Ooh, look at it pee on me. That is rude. I mean, that is a chicken nugget. I should have took that home to my boys and put it in the aquarium. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Little slimy chicken nugget. All he needs is some Polynesian sauce. You can cook him just like how he is. How many times have we been around that today? 40, 11 times? Literally been around that thing 40, 11 times today. final day weigh-ins are always a little spooky. This is going to be a long weigh-in, too, because I think everybody caught them today. So, golly, today, it's one of those where you feel like it just slipped right through your fingers. I did the best I could, went back to my areas, and I actually kind of had them to myself today, and I don't care what I did, I just couldn't really make it work. It still felt good, everything felt right there. It's just, I don't know if we caught them all, I don't know if we brought them all back to Clewiston. In my mind, I feel like they just really started spawning today, like the actual spawn. So it made fishing a little bit tougher. But overall, man, this is good. You want to kind of continue having tournaments like this through the rest of the 5 tournaments this year. Like, as long as you can do this, you keep getting close like this, at some point, the sky will fall.
Man, I have enjoyed watching MLF Now, our live show over the last few days, because this guy has been catching them at the biggest bass of day 2. He's a former champion in this Tackle Warehouse Invitational Circuit. He's from Belton, South Carolina. He's won a lot of money with Major League Fishing. He had 23-14 on day 1, 19-14 on day 2. Let's hear it for B-Lat, Brian Latimer. So it's B-Lat versus B-Height. Arizona versus South Carolina. Champion versus champion. Here we go. Brian Latimer, 5 today. Missing the kicker on day 3. 9:15 today. Still has you in 14th place. A great start for Brian Latimer.
Absolutely. Man, I tell you,
you fished hard because we watched you, man.
yeah, I fished hard today. Every day, even when I caught 23-14, I was 2 bites away from 9:15. When I had 19-14 yesterday, I was 1 bite away from having 9 pounds today. So, I never got a big bite today. I think I caught like 6 fish, but this week was a big accomplishment for me. Okeechobee's kicked my butt a bunch. Like, bro, we got a bad relationship, It ain't good at all. And so to come down here, the thing that's made Okeechobee get a little bit better for me the last 2 years is I just come down here and do my thing. If you watch live, you saw I caught all of my big ones on a spinning rod. Ain't nobody down here at Okeechobee. Oh, do y'all even is it illegal? I think it's illegal. Am I going to get protested for using a spinning rod? I know that's semi-illegal, but I caught them all on my Signature Series favorite spinning rod. We're using a little worm that I'm working with Z-Man. One of the challenges we've always had with Elastic is a great weighted bait plastic. Anytime you're using a shaky head, anytime you're using a jig head, there is not a plastic out there that outperforms Z-Man. And so one of the things I've always wanted to do is get a plastic that I can use weightless and still get that natural fall. And so we have a new lure designer there, and we've been working together to come up with some new designs, some new formulas for the plastic so we can get that natural fall. And I caught all of my big ones doing that. I caught a few flipping this week too, but all my big fish absolutely 100% come on that prototype worm.
I'm gonna tell you something. That spinning reel and that worm was a little bit different than what B-High was doing with the big jackhammer. Well, hey, listen, great start for you. You're a former champion. Not your first rodeo here, man. You've won a lot of money with Major League Fishing. Momentum is so important in this game. We'll take that train on to Georgia, end of the month, Clarks Hill. B-Lat.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know it. Clarks Hill is basically my home lake. Like, I grew up fishing there. So when I saw that on the schedule, boy, I haven't fished it tournament-wise in probably 10 years. I grew up fishing BFLs there. I fished probably a half a dozen or probably 2 dozen BFLs there. So I'm excited to get back home and do some of the stuff that I normally do, just like how you see B-Height with a chatterbait, which he'll probably be throwing it down there. When I go home, I'm going to be doing my deal. I'm going to be cranking and throwing a spinnerbait. So I'm excited about that. One more little plug, if y'all don't mind. I know a lot of people here from Florida, probably all of you from Florida. If you're passionate about learning about fishing, I started this school, Straight Up Fishing School, where you guys can come and I bring in other talent to talk about fishing, the things that I'm not that good at. And I'm having a school in Brooksville, Florida. You can go to my website, shopblat.com, and I'll tell you about all the stuff, all the minor details of the fish, the rigs and everything I was using, how I look for fish, how I find fish in different weather conditions at that school. So go to my website if you want to register. It's in Brooksville, Florida, which I think is about 2 hours from here. So it's definitely within range of you guys coming from this area as well.
Love it, man. He blows up social media, too. Hey, say hello to your family for me. Great family man, too. B-Lat, Brian Latimer. 3 guys left, B-Height.
All right, John, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Are you from right here in Florida?
I live over in Bradenton.
In Bradenton? All right. If you're free March 25th, I got a school at Brooksville. I just talked about it. If you want to come, I'm going to let you in free. All you got to do is show up. March 25th. You want to go?
Yeah, I want to go.
You got it? You open? Guys, March 25th, Brooksville, Florida, Florida Cracker, Straight Up Fishing School. John's going to be there. We're going to have tackle. We're going to have, we're going to talk about co-angling. We're going to talk about fishing. If you want to learn how to fish, make sure you come to Straight Up Fishing School. John will be there. I'll be there. It's going to be a party. Thanks for everybody that came to weigh in. Thanks for everybody that comments on my videos. So many DMs, everything this week as I was catching them. I really appreciate the love that you guys showed me. It's been a great week here at Okeechobee. Just want to remind everybody I got an online tournament series. All you have to do is go to my website, shopblat.com, for all of the details, the fish, the Straight Up Fishing Classic. The Spring Classic is going on. So that's it until Clark's Hills in 2 weeks. We'll be back at Clark's Hill. I hope we'll be here on day 3 again. You dig?